All right. See red lights. What's going on, folks? We are better late than never. We had quite the entertaining pre-stream. So,
Snurfled and derp.
Snurfled derp indeed. Uh so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play some Phandelver and below here for you guys. We had a sort of preparatory setup episode last time. Um but yeah, our party basically took the time, traveled to Soot's family home yet again, had some interactions with old Greg. Bronson had some revelations about his party members that he learned over time, which, you know, where everybody is learning, which is good. We love that. We learned a little bit more about Soot's sort of backstory, but from the things she didn't remember from how the interactions with her parents, and we're in the role, in the sort of setup to prepare to light this final beacon, kind of evacuating all of the, any of the staff out of the house, just in case things go sideways. Also, a little bit of interaction with their owl bear cub, who is no longer a cub, is more of an angsty teenager that's really looking to start a band with Clarence. Uh, so
We already got 2 singles
Yeah.
on the charts, but it's no big deal, though.
yeah, I don't know if the world's ready to hear it, but
But I'm ready to say it.
yeah. So, uh, that being said, I think that pretty much covers the majority of what happened last time. So, why don't I get somebody to go ahead and throw me a percentile here, and we'll see if we can get one that we haven't gotten in the past. And hopefully, it's not, what was your most memorable haircut again? Something a little more interesting this time.
34.
Okay. Oh, Jake got a 1. Wow, Jake.
Classic Jake.
Mm-hmm. All right, I don't remember if we got this one, but I feel like as the party has moved on, and done more in their adventure, this is probably a pretty interesting question. So I'll start, as always, with you, Robert. If you could go back and change one decision you made in the past, what would you change?
If I could turn back time. Bronson could go back, change one thing. I'll be honest. I think I'd never try to watch Cujo.
Well, if he could change 2 things.
Am I tripping balls?
He just
again?
started going to brunch
This
earlier.
is the life of an ally.
With a costume like that, I'm ready to go to brunch. Yeah, I'd probably never watch him sleep, so I wouldn't have a fucking heart attack when I think he's dead. When I realize that he's actually dead. And yeah, that was pretty terrifying. I shit my pants a little bit.
I'm worried about his sleep apnea. I thought he died in the
Yeah,
night.
just when you think you know a guy. Yeah, that was awful. That was a horrible night.
All right. So, what about you? What would you change if you could go back in time and change one decision you made in the past?
Save Bishop from
Ah,
dying.
That's a good one. I guess.
These were supposed to be serious questions now. Son of a
Oh,
bitch.
well, if there was a period of time where I decided to have like purple hair, and I thought it was like a cool thing, but everyone just got really freaked out by it because like, how did you do that? And then I got a talking to, and that probably wasn't a good idea.
All right. How about you, Bishop? What did Bishop have as a thing he'd go back and change?
Well, for serious, I'd probably would have drew back from the dead right after I die. I got brought back instead of waiting an extra day. Turns out that was a big mistake. Just an extra 100 years of horrific torment, no big deal. Funnily, though, I would have never given Clarence that chocolate.
Yeah, well, that tracks.
Oh, now you say it.
You're not even in this flashback. What are you doing?
And how about you, Cujo? What would Gable go back and change if he could?
Well, I suppose attempting to bring our beloved bugbear cub to a nice home on the road, because apparently that was quite upsetting for many people. Let's see. Hiding the fact that I was dead. I don't regret any of the shots that I've taken at Luskin. Luckfuskin. Yeah, I'd say that's that.
Fair enough. All right. Well, we fast forwarded, if everyone recalls. We said was gonna be dinner, and then we were gonna do the thing. And I said, how about we just get through dinner and we'll start the next morning? Because if we go and do dinner, somehow that's gonna take the whole session. Because it always does.
That's right.
So we have skipped ahead to the next morning. You guys had a wonderful dinner, and the conversation so smooth. Nobody was awkward. It was great. Probably will never happen again.
Wow.
And then yeah, you guys all wake up.
Compilation of me attempting to talk to Soot's dad the whole time.
Oh, you're still here?
Weren't
you the one who played that instrument last time at the last dinner party?
Yes. Were you entertained?
Well, yeah, I just was wondering why you didn't. I thought like if you're gonna bring it back, you know.
Well, it's with my.
No, it's
I
fine.
could go
It's
get
the moments.
it. It's with
The moments passed.
Oh, brutal. He's so good though.
I know, the best bard there is.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So yeah, we'll have everybody having taken a long rest. So go ahead, and now is the time for those of you that have the ability to swap out spells and things. You kind of know what you're getting into. Go ahead and make your, I guess, decisions on what spells you want to have. There you go. You know what? I just got this message, and I'm going to ask everybody. This is unrelated to D&D. I don't know if you saw the sort of thing going around where there was a guy who had a bunch of funds accidentally transferred into his account, which equated to about $1.1 million. And like whoever the agency or whatever it is that like transferred it in is like, we want it back. And he's like, no. So he decided, so because he wouldn't give back the funds that were illegally or unintentionally deposited into his account, he opted for 1 year in prison. But when he gets out of that 1 year in prison, he's got $1.1 million sitting in his bank account. So I don't know. I mean, I don't even know. How do taxes work when you're in prison? I wonder. Like
1.1 ain't worth it.
I mean, it's a lot though, you know?
Yeah.
No,
it's a year of your life.
Your shit's destroyed because your account's gonna be locked out. You're gonna get blacklisted from the financial system though. It doesn't.
I feel like I do really well in prison.
You won't be able to use it.
Yeah.
After that?
Yeah, they will 100% delist you. You won't be able to use any cards anywhere.
No, that's true. You would have.
You will live a financial life of hell outside of the system.
You better make some money with that 1.1.
You're gonna immediately have to go to crypto. Horrible, terrible. Yeah, bad news bears.
All right. We know everybody's opinion on this scenario. All right. So as I
And
said,
you got to go. You got to get like you're gonna have to have like 2.5, 3 for the Fortress of Solitude.
Mm-hmm.
all right,
One is you're just gonna run out.
that's fair. Yeah, I mean, you really can't make it grow because you're going to be locked out of a bunch of shit.
You have to live someplace real cheap
We're
on
going to
one.
have to start doing some sketchy stuff and having other people make your trades for you to make that make sense. But anyway, yeah, next morning, prep your spells. You guys have basically at this point, I think, I mean, obviously everybody slept, and then are you having everybody leave after breakfast? What's your plan for evacuation timing?
Yeah, probably leave after. I mean, the people who live there leave after breakfast, and then the people who come in don't come in.
Gotcha. Okay.
hmm We'll send them out for a day on the town.
Oh, look at that. All right. Get him out of the house. Keep him away from
Yeah,
old
here's some
Greg.
spending money. Have fun.
Away from old Greg, of course.
All right.
Live to regret it.
Stop.
So, you guys have your breakfast. You're able to swap around spells if you want to swap around items, attunement, any of that stuff. When you're ready, we can go ahead and go through the process of doing the thing.
Yeah.
I I have a question.
Yeah,
I have this ring of spell storing,
you do.
and my warlock levels are 5th level. My
Correct.
spells.
Mhm.
Can I store a wrathful smite in the ring of spell storing?
Yes. Are you saying because does it not do an upcast Wrathful Smite?
It does. I have to. Oh wait, no, yeah, it does. It upcasts everything. Upcasts to 5th level for me right now.
Yeah, and a ring of spell storing holds what, 5 levels of spells?
Up to 5 levels of spells.
Yeah, so you could store a 5th level Wrathful Smite in the ring, no problem.
Okay, I would like to do that. And then I assume probably because like planning phase, getting everybody relocated and whatnot, that would qualify as a quote unquote short rest.
I think
That I
we
might
could
be able
make.
to get that spell slot back.
I think we could have done that. You also could have put
Cool.
it in the ring last night,
Sure.
Mhm.
Okay.
because it's plenty of time there.
I'm just
Alright.
saying you got to respect him playing into like a little known warlock ability, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it is one of the more like
It's
niche
subtle.
aspects of Warlock that like.
Kind of power gaming. But
Yeah,
okay.
right. I mean, you really got to look for that. You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
The only other spell that I'm going to cast before shit goes wild is going to be Armor of Agathis on myself.
sure. Okay. And
Um,
we can obviously time that right before
Mhm.
any of the things.
Did last night's dinner count as a hero feast?
Uh
I could have cast it.
we could say it did. Yeah, there's everybody has the capability of. There multiple people have the capability of doing that,
Everyone.
and you got a long
Cool.
rest. So, and obviously there's plenty of jewel encrusted bowls kicking around Feldspar Manor that you have the material component, no problem.
must be nice to have money.
I think
Uh,
so.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and say everybody's maximum hit points go up by 12. And
Let
you're
me.
are you gonna
Let me
re-roll
get
that?
you- I'm gonna get the total calculation.
Oh
of
yes, because there's
maximum.
all of the things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, hold. It's not 12. It's a different number. We'll get you that number here in a sec. Here.
All right, so it is 47 with casting my 8th level spell for aid.
Damn.
Our max goes up by 47.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh-huh. That's with the 12.
That's inclusive of that, yeah.
Okay, cool. I love being inclusive. I don't think I have any spells for this. I have
That,
Magic
Jake,
Circle.
that definitely sounded like a mighty ally thing to say.
Mm.
That's right, baby.
This
I
just
love crunch.
that makes me think of that the Squirtle with the saxophone. Dun 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 dun
Mm-hmm.
dun 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 dun.
Anyway, yeah.
I
I'm just
will also take advantage of this do a thing, then short rest. So I will go ahead and do my channel divinity, and I'm going to give everybody. What is it right now?
42.
RTT.
42.
42.
No, it is now 50. So everyone has
Goodness.
50 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
I
As
broke 200, ladies and
well,
gentlemen.
Oh yeah, feels nice.
Just to make sure
Mhm.
I've got everything marked correctly.
Mhm.
Hero's Feast raised our max HP by 12,
By 47.
by 47, and now we just took 50 temp HP.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Cool.
Mhm. Yeah.
If you like
35.
to have 97 extra hit points to start.
Yeah.
It's a decent chunk, you know, if you're gonna have a little bit
Mhm.
extra, you know, if you had to.
Yeah, it almost doubles my hit points. We're getting there, but not quite there.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
You know, I just
Give-
realized I was. I mean, I kind of knew it, but I was born for a purpose, like not out of love or like want for family, but a purpose, and I'm about to accomplish that purpose.
If I may.
Hmm.
Do you think that that is where the reason for your being here ends?
No, but it is where it started.
Yeah. You think about all the memories you have in this room. All of life basically kind of waiting for you right here. Kind of ends at the beginning.
Yeah, very poetic. I hope my mom doesn't try to kill us.
No. I don't think so. I hope not, too. Bardic inspiration, just in case.
Okay. Everyone ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Yeah. Everybody
You're
gets a
ready.
bardic.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's see. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the timing doesn't work out that you could do it and then short rest. So I was just
No.
checking on that.
Yep.
All right. So I found I didn't have I as much time since I was like, yeah, it's time to do a bunch of vinyl siding today. So I have taken the time and I grabbed just found a Tom Cardos Manor House map
Yes.
that I just
We
grabbed.
love Tom.
So it doesn't obviously fit what we've already established as the size of your house, but there is a map, and I'm building this library. I'm just repurposing it as Soot's room by just putting rocks on all the shelves instead of books.
This is the way. This is the way.
So, obviously your house, as we've established, is significantly larger than this. So I've thrown in some random pieces. Say, look, here's just a pile of gold in the corner, we'll say. There we go. Yeah, you guys can see that on screen. Here we go. So, we'll call this your room. Like I said, doesn't really work out exactly, but it's what I could find in the the little bit I had as we were listening to Simlish songs at the start of this. So,
Soot, darling, I know you love fire, but your fireplace is doing something weird. It's falling out.
Oh, I'm sorry. The flue is not open. I got it.
It's a little smoky in here, but all right.
Little Sooty.
It's your rap name.
A little Sooty. Okay.
Seriously.
But seriously, though, this is very serious.
Very serious.
Okay. I'll light this candle, baby.
All right. So, this is something you've done a few times before. So you know what the process is. And you go through and you find the sort of stone that's set within this fireplace and you light it as you've done in the past, and it changes over in your special eyes to this sort of purple flame that you've come to realize. And at this point, if I were to zoom out and go to a map of Faerun, which is something that I probably should have thought of ahead of time, but you'll see that all of the points of these beacons, kind of a line of imaginary that's not noticeable to the naked eye, fire connects all of those points and then circles around it and comes out to be a pentagram shape. At which point the sort of lights, any other candles and things in this room will sort of flicker so that all that is left remaining lit is this one sort of fireplace here in the center. And in a sort of weird, almost reversal, because you've been taken to that place where your mother's been sort of becoming more and more in focus as time has gone on. And it's been sort of a dark, almost void where she remains at sort of the center of this. And now you're in this room where a room that's obviously very familiar to you, everything is darkened except for this one central fireplace. And I'm gonna say, stepping out of this fireplace onto the material plane for the first time in a couple thousand years at this point, you will see, and I guess you all will see for the first time, the woman that is, or I guess the devil that is Soot's mother. And she looks just pretty much the way you kind of have expected her to look. So just, again, more in focus. She's not, 20 feet tall. She's not she is, regular sort of, normal human tiefling size, humanoid size, not overly intimidating. Maybe that's an option that she has, but she's, crouching and coming out of this fireplace. And she is just little sort of intimidating as there's this purple fire backlighting her, but she is beaming as she looks to you. And I would like you to make me an insight check if you could.
Great. Love that for me. Insight. 17.
Okay. So, she's kind of, as you had sort of alluded to before this went down, um, you're kind of set out here with a purpose and you're essentially fulfilling this. So is it she's satisfied that this is done? Is this a pride for you having done this? You're not entirely sure, but you also get the feeling that she may be just a little hard to read in general, but
Hmm.
that may come from just being a devil of immeasurable, or at least as
Yeah.
far as you know, power.
Hmm.
And she will approach you and she will reach out, put a hand, if you'll let her, on your shoulder, and she will just look at you and say, I remember everything. And I and she just, it seems almost at a loss for words at this point. Didn't, one, I didn't think that this day would ever come. It just felt like I knew you were here for a reason, but it's been so long. And I hoped that maybe there wouldn't be a need for me to return. And, well, I don't know. It's all very new. And she looks around and realizes, kind of almost for the first time, that there are other people in this room.
Hmm.
And kind of looks and clocks all three of you. And she says, I'm so sorry. I don't think I've formally introduced myself to any of you. And she has, again, in a very similar, I guess I didn't really describe too much to all of you exactly what she looks like, but again, very similar to what you saw in Soot's sort of natural form, that sort of paler, kind of white skin with kind of that sort of darker coal like eyes that Red Soot has, that are more like burning embers than actual uh pupils and irises, and kind of swept back black horns. And she just says, well, my name is Elyndra, and it's just so wonderful to meet all of you officially. And I would like to, first of all, thank you for being here for my daughter and helping her through, well, everything that you've all managed to deal with.
Of course, we care very deeply for Soot, and we wouldn't be anywhere else but at her side.
She's brought us through just as much as we've helped her. She's fantastic. Bishop, by the way. I go to shake her hand.
Yeah, it's what's kind of going through your head as a Watcher's Paladin at this point. This is very clear. This is an extra planar being.
Mm-hmm.
There's that sort of, not, it's not as black and white as, paladin versus devil or fiend in this situation, but
But
she is in fact a fiend, and she is from another plane.
mm-hmm.
And she's also sort of she's your mother-in-law to some degree.
Yeah.
um Also part of the reason that you're here, and on this plane and not being tortured forever. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure there's a lot of emotions going on, but what kind
Uh-huh.
of is Bishop's mental state like at this point?
I think all of those things run through his head, but at the end of it all, it's kind of like I'm I'm here for to be supportive no matter what. That's the go of things. Unless, she starts trying to burn the whole plane down, and then I'll have to figure that out. But I assume that's not gonna happen, because I would really like it not to.
And she's like, well, that's really her call more than anything.
What?
What? Never mind. Anyway, no, that was a terrible joke.
Insight
Yeah,
check.
sure. Go ahead and make that insight check if you would.
Me too.
Ah, 13. Not very high.
15.
That is that the highest insight check you've ever rolled?
Probably.
Oh my god.
So many things are happening this
There's
episode.
a lot of resolution going on here, folks. So yeah, with your insight rolls, it doesn't. Yeah, maybe it was just a really poorly worded joke. Again, it's someone who hasn't really dealt with much in the way of mortals in a very long time, and now is also like, this is a pretty intimidating situation all around. You guys have saved the world quite literally, which is not a small feat. You've done and achieved things at the level that you're at that are, for the lack of who may or may not know what you've done, these are feats of which legendary heroes, like, they're, you should be probably more known than you are. Like, you're like really well known around Phandelver in this area,
Yeah.
but like everybody died if you didn't do the things you did, but how much that made its way out beyond the sort of little hub around Phandelver, nobody really knows. She is aware because she's kind of been in contact with Soot throughout this, but yeah, it's probably just a really poorly worded joke that just didn't really land the way you wanted it to. She wanted it to.
Okay.
That's definitely what it was, right? Couldn't be anything other than that.
No. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you for restoring my life, bringing me back from the dead. It was that was bad. So I just appreciate it. Thank you.
And she says, well, my daughter hasn't really ever asked of anything from me. And I feel like there's a lot of owed birthday presents. So that was the least I could do.
Excellent. Thank you.
Well, she says, I see that you've gone through the efforts of piecing together parts of what's happened since I was locked away, and I would love to answer any questions you may have about what I can do as far as what my part was in all of this and what maybe I can help you with to figure out going forward. So, what questions do you all have for me?
Well, there's the weapons that you told me about, the shards of the creatures that you fought that were in the weapons. And we know who has that now. And I guess if there's anything you remember that you can tell us to help us defeat that easily.
So she'll say, yes, we thought that it was in our sort of final stand moment that we were going to eradicate these beings from the plane entirely, but they are crafty and found a way around utter destruction by storing portions of their essence, as we've discussed, in these items that were forged of ancient techniques and steel to withstand the test of time. So they cleverly hid themselves or a portion of themselves away, and we seemingly thought we won the war, but it was really more of a battle, and they've been playing the long game ever since. So there are legends and myths of weaponry and crafting techniques to make weapons that can give creatures a true death. They're not easy to craft, and not many know the techniques in which to do so, but true death weapons are ones that when a creature is killed with it, regardless of where it lies, it burns it out completely. So if you were to kill a fiend on this plane of existence with a true death weapon, it doesn't respawn in the hells or the abyss. It's killed fully and truly in the space in which it dies. That would be my best bet. It also would, I mean, not that I think this would be applicable here, but it would prevent anything from rising as an undead. But crafting something like that might be the better call once these things are sort of extracted from where they are, rather than just sort of trying to blow them up, which is what we tried last time and it didn't exactly work.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
that would be, I think, the best way to go about this, to truly and utterly destroy them so that they can't form back on any plane. They can't hide themselves anywhere else. So extract them from where they are and then eradicate them completely.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any ideas on how to extract them besides just breaking the weapons? Is there?
Well, it sounds like your friend, and she looks over to Gable, uh, is in the process of trying to reforge these beings. I would say would probably want to stop that from happening before it does, because that's one way to get them out of it, is to put them back into a true physical form. I mean, that is a way to do so. If they manifest, then you can destroy them in that way.
Okay.
Or we can attempt to. Well, I'm not much of a crafter, really. So
Mm-hmm.
I tried what I knew best, which was trying to burn them out wholly and completely. And well, it stopped them for thousands of years, but didn't do the job. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Um. Do you do you think when you go back to the hells, you're gonna have any issues?
Well, I'm not particularly loved over there, so I'll figure it out. That's not really for anything for you to worry about.
Well, I mean, you've helped me a lot, so I guess if I could offer any assistance.
Well, maybe there's a way I can find. I don't. That doesn't really feel like the place for me anymore. So maybe it'll be something about finding a new place to reside. Because I can't stay here. As much fun as it would be to just hang around with you forever, I feel like that's probably not the best play. Unless,
Oh.
there's a whole get rid of power and become immortal kind of a thing, which has been done in the past,
Mm.
but you
Um.
have a life and a family and everything else. You don't need
Yeah.
me butting in on all that.
I guess that's another thing. Uh, how long am I gonna live?
Oh,
Uh, huh. And this is definitely an interesting above table question, because druids also have, like, they live 10 years
Mm.
for every 1 year of regular life as a normal,
Yeah.
like, humanoid.
Yeah.
Uh, so just base druid alone at a higher level, it's kind of not like you're outliving
Hmm.
most people anyway.
Yeah.
And then having sort of infernal blood on top of all of that. Uh, so she'll look at you and say, "Well, I don't think you're truly immortal in the sense that you'll never die, but I do think that barring any sort of misfortune, you'll have a long time on this plane ahead of you."
Okay. Good to know.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does
Um,
anyone else have any questions?
yeah. How long am I gonna live? No, I'm kidding.
Pulls out a crystal ball,
uh,
starts like
never mind. Never mind. I don't want that. No big fish. No big
that's
fish.
a big fish
Ay, ay, ay,
situation.
Zordon.
Yeah, right.
No. Who imprisoned you after the failed eradication of the uh evil spirits?
She goes, well, kind of funny. Not funny is the
Kind of.
wrong word.
Uh,
So that would be
Mm-mm.
your order, the Red Knight, or members of the Order of the Red Knight. So,
uh, well, um, yeah.
they listen. They said that I changed sides once. Who's to say I wouldn't do it again? And there was, at the time, seemingly no need for me to be around. We thought we did the thing. But being the constantly tactically minded folks that they are, we're like, well, we better put in a failsafe just in case. Because you never know. So, saw an opportunity, jumped on that opportunity, and said, well, we better have a backup plan in case this is the wrong move. Always thinking of different plays and, what's the best defense for every situation. So I was angry for a long time. And I had a plan that I was going to come back and I was going to burn them out and burn this whole plane to the ground. And I just kind of, I don't know, had a long time to sit and think about it. And what does
Sure.
that ultimately accomplish?
Nothing.
Not really. I mean, and also all of the things we didn't, whether that or all the efforts we took to try to fix things, didn't work anyway. So clearly, whatever we were doing, we did it wrong.
Right.
So it's time to take about this and come at this from a different angle because our ideas, which were burn bright and burn hot for as long as you could to try to burn stuff out, and the bad guys were smarter. So I don't know. Time to try something new and help in whatever way I can this go around, having been there and one of the only people that's been there since the original, you know, tangling with them with the Brosian Empire completely destroyed.
Oh,
Yes.
were you around during the Persian Empire?
I fought alongside them.
Wait, what were they like?
Uh, honestly, when you think about it, sometimes it's all you could think about, like you start thinking
Yeah.
about it and then
Mhm.
it's like you can't focus on anything else.
No, that's
Uh,
really, I mean, it's pretty incredible.
they were able to achieve so much in the cosmic scale of time, so much in such a short period, just brutally efficient in everything they did. And
Yeah.
the advancements on technology and crafting, and to have that all sort of burnt out in a kind of one last ditch effort in a final stand against these creatures. And again, we stopped them for the most part, but
Mhm.
it didn't work. And now they're gone, and I
Mhm.
was locked away. And, most people just kind of forgot that I existed. And well, also that the Drakari existed either. So
Yeah.
um so it's time to come at this from a new way, maybe a little more thoughtful perspective on this as opposed to just straight up brute force.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do the Jakari have a weakness?
Well, they were never very fond of light and radiance. Radiant damage is
Mm.
and you seem to have amassed quite the group to just deal with just that. So you're pretty
Yeah.
well outfitted as a group to handle this.
without a doubt.
That's why they crafted so many weapons that dealt extra radiant damage and things and could harness that in a variety of different ways because that was the way to fight their greatest enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Now, when they were riding griffins, though, right? Did they have like a front saddle, or would I read in a couple of books that they would actually ride side saddles so that they could shoot better off the side? Is that nonsense?
Well, I mean, once it depends on how, I guess, adverse or they were at with riding. So the more advanced ones could almost just use the strength of their legs to stay on, but then that would allow them to dismount while flying with like a running landing so they could hit the ground and keep going as opposed to having to fly and stop completely, which could allow them to drop into a battle and then keep moving and then get picked up later as opposed to having to land and then dismount, which puts you and the griffin at disadvantage there, so you'd
Sure,
be a
absolutely.
target. So some of them at some points, yes, once they were more adversed in the saddle, uh, whatever, really they just whatever worked forever. Some people not so good, they would kind of strap themselves into the saddle, but then there's the process of untangling yourself once you land. So
Of course, yes, a little safer in the air, but a little more dangerous in combat. Hmm.
yeah, but it did make for really cool sort of inverse flying, shooting while upside down kind of a
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Top
yeah.
Top
Okay.
Gun style.
Top Gun style, of course. That makes so much sense. It's referenced all the time,
Yeah,
Goose.
they called that the danger zone. So
Ah, Top Gun style, danger zone. Yeah, you're just a font of information. It's incredible.
Well, where are you gonna go now then? I mean, if you want any recommendations, Cholt is beautiful.
I think I might wander about on this plane for a while I, just see what's changed. And I don't think any, like I said, no one that I knew is still present. So I'll wander about and explore, but then ultimately it'll be finding a place to reside where I fit in this cosmos as someone that's kind of been out of phase for thousands of years. Where can I reinsert myself?
Mhm.
Hmm.
Well, if you ever want to talk, you
Just said, well,
can
I
reach
do
out.
owe you one final piece of my power as promised. And you will feel again a pretty sizable surge in your own power as you've kind of felt each time you've lit one of these beacons.
Mhm.
And let me just look at what I've given you so far before I forget, so I make sure I'm not speaking out of turn here. Um, so your let me scroll down to this ability. Where is it? Yeah. That aura of fire resistance that you have, it goes out to 60 feet. So that's allies within 60 feet of you will be resistant to fire damage. Um, mhm. Okay, I think that is take damage from a creature within 60 feet. You can use your reaction to deal 2d10 fire damage to them. That's still there. Um, yeah, so you will. I have to figure out exactly how I want to deal with this mechanically. If it's going to be an always on thing or like a sort of activation, like when Ember is present,
Mhm.
sort of wild shape situation. But you are going to treat with this uh, creatures that are immune to fire damage will now be treated as resistant to fire damage instead of immunity. So you can always still deal fire
Ooh.
damage to anything.
Mhm.
Um, and in a sort of final process of her kind of talking you through over time how, it's not fire isn't just heat, but it's also light. You
Yeah.
will have, as you have the ability currently to change any spell that you cast that deals damage to fire damage.
Mhm.
Anything that you can deal that does fire damage, you could change that to radiant damage.
Yo. Okay.
So,
Uh, damn. You guys see Soot kind of take on this power, and she like her whole body like flexes as like the magic moves over her in this like elemental flame, and then she kind of comes back and shakes her head. She's, whoa. Whew. Thanks.
well, hopefully you're able to put this to better use than I was able to, because, like I said, my time is over. I tried. So,
Yeah. I think you deserve a little rest.
Yes. Thank you for
If
everything you
mm,
did.
if I may ask, these Drakari,
mm,
we've spoken of them being attached to artifacts and weapons.
mm.
Have you ever known one to attach itself to a soul before being brought back?
And you can see that definitely she's got a sort of she's definitely pondering this question. She says, "I don't think we. It's nothing that I had heard of, as they were really not. They were their own when we were fighting them. They were their own entities dealing. We were dealing with them. Physical is the wrong term, but they were present here, and we were dealing with them as individual entities. It's just learning now that they've been able to attach themselves to items for the purposes of trying to evade destruction, but if they're able to attach themselves to souls, then that may mean that there is an entire other aspect to this that we don't know. Why do you, is this, I think from what I've seen, this is sort of what you've been grappling with, as it were.
Unfortunately.
Well, I know you've been tangled up in this unexpectedly in the dealings you've had, but if they're able to attach to souls, there were in that final battle so many souls that were lost in that.
Hmm.
Most of the remaining empire was part of that final battle, and if that's something, maybe they'd if that's something they could do from the start, or maybe that's something they figured out how to do over time, but if that's the case, then I don't even know what that means for us.
Where did the fight happen?
And she'll just tell you out front is Wave Echo Cave was the final. That was why
Ah,
there's so many artifacts
yeah.
and things there, and the Forge of Spells was there, and all that.
Oh, was the dragon turtle around then?
And she's just like, she seems very confused about the dragon turtle.
Oh, well, it was a thing.
Well,
I'll describe the thing to her.
and she's
And
like,
that's what happened.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it was just a cave, like it wasn't Wave Echo Cave at that point. So that's just what you guys all know it as. So
Mhm. Yeah. Oh, that's fair. The turtle wouldn't have been there.
No.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, and are these extra planar creatures? Did they come through the spot that was where all the mind flayers were? Do we know that?
She doesn't know that, and you don't know
Okay.
that either. They were like
Uh,
they started filtering in from somewhere, whether it was the
mm,
Shadowfell or a different plane. She's not really
mhm.
sure, they came seemingly from nowhere, and then they started to amass, armies quickly over time. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
I don't want to take up any more of your time with my questions. Thank you for your information.
Bronson, you've been awful quiet.
Just soaking it all up.
well, can you travel? Do you need a horse or anything?
I'll honestly, I kind of just want to walk. Haven't really had
Okay.
any place to stretch my legs for thousands of years, so kind of nice to just, I don't know, take a long walk and see where it leads me. Kind of could just pace around that void for a while, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah. Do you have a form you're gonna take?
I don't know. I don't think this one is very. I might send the wrong message. So
Yeah.
I This is Cujo being suspicious. I I want to turn on Eyes of the Crow.
okay,
Just
sure. What is
just
your?
to see.
You're looking to see what?
I'm looking to see if there's anything that is attached to her
Okay.
that normal eyes wouldn't be able to see. I'm trying to just sort of assert, like, is this truly her? Is there possibly something else behind the scenes that we're not seeing?
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah, sure. I mean, again, you haven't really observed, a being like this necessarily in the past, but no, you activate this, you look around, you don't
Magic
see,
potion.
yeah, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. I guess you would see Soot in her actual traditional form. But yeah, no, there's nothing, it doesn't appear to be
Mm.
anything out of the ordinary, no hidden things that you would normally be able to see with this attached to her in any way. So,
Um, I think Soot is gonna shift into her original form,
mm.
horns and all. And she's gonna just go, um, is it okay if I hug you?
She says, yeah, of course.
She comes in and
Yeah.
gives her a hug.
She gives you a hug back. You can definitely see there's like well, you guys can see, I guess, because Soot can't, because she's embraced in this hug. There's definitely like definitely still kind of hard to read what the emotions that are kind of running across her face in this hug, but she's definitely processing a lot in this moment.
Mhm. She hasn't touched anybody in thousands of years.
That's also true. Yeah, didn't even think about that.
Hmm. No physical contact.
It turns
She
out
kind
that was
of,
her love language. She's just been really starved for 1,000 years.
Oh no.
No, nobody's given her any love language. No words of affirmation or anything.
yeah.
You know.
She releases the hug and steps back, turns back into her little Soot form.
Mm,
Well, let me walk you out then.
okay. And you will go to walk her out, and she'll turn around and kind of just look to all of you and sort of nod. Um, and yeah, as you walk out, okay, you're gonna lead her out, so you take her out to the main front gates and everything.
Mhm.
So I still don't really know what to say. But I will for whatever it's worth, offer to you what knowledge and power that I have to aid in this in whatever form. But I don't know. It's something, I knew that getting my memories back and being able to manifest in some form of a physical form is something that I've wanted for so long, and I feel like I needed to do this, and so I can interact with you and be a part of whatever happens to end this enemy that I failed to destroy so long ago. But it's just, ah, you know, it's just weird that it happened. Does that make sense? It feels like it's something that I've been working towards, or hoping to have happen, or hoping that I didn't need to have happen, and then I did, and now it's here. And
Yeah.
it's a lot to process, and it feels like a very short period of time in the grand scheme of everything.
Yeah. But you have all the time in the world. And I don't think that you should beat yourself up about what happened all those years ago. You guys did everything you knew you could. And I mean, to be fair, it's been a long time and nothing bad's happened. So you guys did your job. And now it's time for us to do ours.
I just, I don't know. I will thank you, first of all, but I also just, I don't know. I wish that there wasn't a need for anything like this, and I'm sorry that you're involved in it at all, because I wish you weren't. I wish there wasn't a need for anybody to have to deal with this, but
Well, with great power comes great responsibility. And you gave me that. And I'm happy to help other people with it. So I can't just sit by and let it happen now that I know what it is. And, you know, that's that's the cards we've been dealt, and we're gonna deal with it.
she says, well, when it's all over, if you don't want to be burdened with these abilities or powers, let me know, and I can definitely help to remove them if you wish. That's a lot of responsibility and power behind it, but if it's something you wish to kind of rid yourself of, that's something I can definitely help with.
Well, that's very nice. I might take you up on it, but who knows what the future will bring. Um, but if you ever do change your mind about the Knights of the Red Order,
Hmm.
um, don't, because we'll have to come after you, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no, I've had a long time to think about it. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if I would have done anything different were I in their place. It it's a pretty rare opportunity that you find yourself in someone with the kind of power that we can wield finds themselves so depleted that you could even find yourself in that situation. I don't know. I'm ready to just move on and live my life.
Yeah. Well, if you want to take on a form that kind of looks like me, I won't be offended.
Yeah, I don't know what that would look like, this above table, but she totally. Yeah, I'm gonna have her do that. Like Soot's, because obviously the feldspars look nothing like
Yeah.
Soot. So this will be her attempt to make Soot's mom, whatever Soot's
Yeah.
mom would look like.
I'm gonna say like 5'5", a roundish face with rosy cheeks, very curly brown hair that's probably like down to her bust, and a flowy like green and brown outfit.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to. I think that sounds great. I'm gonna have to definitely think about what this is gonna ultimately look like because that's pretty fun to figure that out.
It's pretty.
Yeah. Uh,
Great.
so she says the only concern that I have, which I'm sure won't be anything, is I was away for so long. And then now that I'm back, that's a pretty big shift in hierarchy in whether the hells or there's a lot of obviously there's elemental tie-ins to this too. So that's
Yeah.
like not gonna say it's not a power vacuum because or whatever
The
wherever
vacuum's
I left
gone.
is gone. But if this is gonna cause some sort of shift or
Mhm.
displacement in some way.
Yeah.
So
Maybe there's a way that you can shield yourself from them.
I'll have to think about that. And hate to say it,
Oh,
but unfortunately for you and your friends, uh, you have so much of my power that, well, these kind of things find a way to show up when you least expect it. And I'm sorry for anything that this might bring down on you again.
well, I've got some good friends and very powerful friends. And I think whatever comes our way, we'll be able to handle it. Oh
And
my gosh, do you need money? Do you need road food? Oh my god, I could get you a basket together.
she just kind of waves her hand. She said, I appreciate it, but I'll be fine. And she just kind of laughs as, we'll say as the sort of, I mean, it's early morning at this point, post breakfast. So she says, I'll figure it out, but I'll be around if you need me. And when it's time to make that final confrontation, I will lend as much power as I can to the situation.
Okay. Thank you.
And she just kind of nods and smiles, and we'll, sun kind of rising up in the sky, and we'll get like a nice lens flare,
Silhouette.
and then she just sort of dissipates. But cutting back to everybody inside, while Soot and her mother walked out the front door, and you guys are kind of left to sit there, Bronson, you, what's that? What's that smell? You know this smell. It's something
Do I know this
Smelly.
smell?
you do, and you hear a very soft sort of like sizzling, crinkling, and in that fireplace, the one that she came out of, is a folded up foil packet of potatoes sitting in that fireplace.
Hmm.
Where was the pentagram and all this?
Well, the pentagram was much larger on the map, as like if you were to zoom out on all of Faerun.
Okay, there's no pentagram potatoes in here.
No.
It's just on the map.
Yes, correct. This reminiscent and almost looking identical to the one you originally crafted in the Forge of Spells that was thrown against the wall is sitting
those
here.
Are fajitas.
So it's fajitas? That's right. My mistake. There is fajitas then. Sitting here. A foil packet of fajitas for you sitting in this fireplace.
Oh, I don't fucking touch it.
That's fair. They're there sizzling away.
I don't know if those are real or not. And I give it a good side eye. And maybe I shift my eyes over to Bishop.
Hey. Gotta Something on your mind, pal?
I was just thinking about they didn't tell us that on the tour when we went back and visited your order.
No.
You
Well, I
smell?
mean,
You smell anything?
hmm. Did they start? Oh, what is this? Delectable little treat here on the floor. I love it. Whoa, whoa! I certainly wouldn't just
This is
pick
important
it up.
ceremony going on right here.
You just pick it up.
It's got that sizzling that only fajitas have. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Well, Bishop, that's a hot plate.
That signature fajita sizzle.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
You're sitting
we've all
in
been
that
to
chain
Chili's.
restaurant. You hear it coming from the kitchen. You know what I'm talking about.
Why do I have to make 7 fajitas on this hot plate?
I swear to Shantae, I did not fucking put that in there. I ate plenty yesterday.
Insight.
I mean, reasonable.
15.
Wow, again with a 15.
Damn.
Bishop, I swear to Jesus, Lathander Christ, I did not make a meal in this fireplace. I haven't even been in this room. I don't even have it.
I put a hand on your shoulder. It's okay. I believe you.
I'm not.
But I'm going to
dicing
eat these.
I'm not dicing up onions and peppers in my room. I swear to God.
Well, I don't believe that, but I believe you didn't cook this.
Smell my fingers. Hey, you know.
Is that chorizo? It smells like chorizo.
Bishop, be careful. We both know where those fingers have been.
Ugh, prestidigitation. Now they only smell like chorizo. I eat the fajitas. I'm gonna eat them like a little floor gremlin. Get down there and just.
I take my chorizo fingers and I go over to Gable and goes, "You wouldn't know what it smells like anyway."
I do. I just prefer something a little bit more high caliber.
I turn and look at it and go, "What's more high caliber than chorizo?"
Filet.
These are so good. I didn't get them last time.
Fancy.
I'm a high class girly. What do you expect?
I'm gonna slowly Kool-Aid man my way out of this room.
I'm gonna say, just because of the you have left the room, Bronson, as Soot, you come back in the room and Bishop is continuing to floor goblin these fajitas out of the fireplace.
Floor goblin.
What are you doing?
It was.
Nothing.
Cookie monstering. They're just going everywhere.
Me love fajitas. Nom 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 nom.
Cookie monster. Nom, 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 nom. Fajita feed.
Bishop.
Mhm.
Gable, will you give us a second?
Of course, darling. And I'll follow through the slow hole in the wall that Bronson has made as he slowly Kool-Aid manned out of the room.
My shield slipped on something. Gable.
How do you feel about all that?
Helping him out. We're still in the room. Like, we're not even here.
We're not supposed to be here for this moment. Shit.
Soot can't see you guys, but I can see you while she's talking to me.
God, it's getting real heavy in here.
Well, I don't know. The order is pragmatic and cold, and I'd like to say this was thousands of years ago that this happened, and things had changed dramatically since then, but I don't know that they have. We kind of end justifying the means sort of an organization. which is not really a thing that I feel I could support because you don't betray your allies because it's the right time. You don't sacrifice your friends because they might do something later. The thought of imprisoning someone for a crime they've never even shown, any desire to commit, it's anathema to how I was raised. Um, there's no one now to blame. There's no spot, no place to put the anger that I feel about it. So I suppose all I can do is bring this information to light with the order. Although I don't want to expose your mom to. I don't know. I don't know. It's,
And I mean, I just thought, how would they feel knowing you are engaged to the embodiment of that power?
uh, uh, probably not super duper about it. Um, probably. If when you think about it, seems like a thing they wouldn't like. Not that I care about their opinions on this,
Well, what
because
do
I
you
think
mean?
they're wrong.
But I mean, you work for them. What if it
Sure,
comes out later on?
I don't know. I certainly not changing how I feel about you or what you mean to me, and I'm not ashamed of it. So no matter what, I love you. And if that feeling is in their eyes wrong, then that's irreconcilable. I mean, I have no interest in dealing with an order that has zero flexibility.
But I don't want to make you pick your order or me. I mean,
No, you wouldn't though. It wouldn't be you. It would be them. You don't have a problem with me being in the order. No. I mean, unless they start doing some real creepy shit. So it would be unfair to put that upon you, the same pressure that they'd be putting upon me.
I mean, I just want you to understand that there might be a time that they come after me.
Well, there are a couple forms I could fill out to maybe head that off a little bit. For the
What
time
do you
being.
mean?
There's forms for all sorts of stuff. You never know. God, the bureaucracy is massive. So you fill out the right forms, you can put something in a holding pattern for like 6, 8 decades. No problem.
And you're okay with me not getting old with you?
No, oh no. My wife's gonna be super hot forever. Oh no. It's
I mean,
terrible.
I'm a shapeshifter. I can look like whatever I want, but
Oh no. My hot shapeshifter wife's gonna be hot forever. Oh no.
Cable, get it.
Did you guys hear that? I've
I
got the
don't understand. It is. You have bent your shield on this edge.
My little corgi legs are kicking.
No. I mean, I'm gonna get old, you know? So you have to put up with frail old bishop with maybe not so much hair anymore, but
She puts her hand on his shoulder and then one on the side of his face. So you mean nothing's gonna change?
just because you're stronger than me, huh?
Sorry.
No, we'll take it like we have up till now, just one adventure at a time.
Okay. I love you, dork.
I love you too. Sorry, Bronson, are you okay? Looks like you pulled your hamstring.
I do a tactical roll once Gable gets me unhooked. Still got it.
I just watch it happen. I just trudge after.
I love you too.
All right, let's go see if everyone wants to come. Well, they're out on the town. Well, what if we make everyone lunch?
Oh yeah, that'd be great. And then we could play hide and seek.
And ghost hands.
Whoa. I blush.
I'll wait until you guys like actually step out of the room. But I'm like
Yeah.
right next to the door. It's like, hello. So never mind.
Are you okay?
Sorry.
No, wait. Are you okay?
I am worried about something. And I just before we eventually venture to go and deal with the shitbag known as Reese, I feel I worry that whatever's obscuring my, could prove to be an issue when we confront him. I'm just feeling antsy, and I was going to ask your mother for help, but
Oh my
the last
God!
person I
You were
asked for
talking
help.
about you.
Well, yeah, the last person I asked for help was Oshundo, and he almost got really fucked up. I didn't want that to happen to your mother, so I
Yeah.
just sort of, I wanted to, this is your moment, and I didn't want to. Let's have lunch. Who's feeling crepes? And
Wait, Gable. We dealt with my thing. We did my thing. We can do your thing next.
But we should allow peace to follow your thing.
Which is what lunch is for. But maybe we could go talk to Dave Agatha. She knows a lot about stuff. She might know the right person.
Well, it's only, I don't mean to, I'm sorry.
He does like
darlings.
you.
Oh my
You're
God, shut
pale
up.
with
Stop
a
being so
song.
like, ugh, I don't want to do my thing.
Also,
You're
your
allowed to
thing's
have your
kind of
thing.
your thing's like a thing that might like end the world if we don't deal with it. So even if you were like, let's not deal with my thing, I'd be like, I'd really like to.
Well, as long as that's all right. Wait, so hold on. So now I'm being more, vulnerable and open about my feelings and worries, and now you don't want me to. Now I'm confused.
No, no,
Nah,
no.
I'm okay with you being open. It's you're being like coy about it, which is like, that's weird. You're like, oh no, not my stuff. I don't want to.
Oh.
I can
That's a good
pretend to be
impression.
you and show you what you look like.
We have the
I
same
have a
expression on
feeling
our face.
that I have a feeling you're going to do that at some point. May as well get it over with now.
All right, I turned into Gable. Oh, I don't want you to deal with my thing. It's just too much. It's too much to do. Well, I want to have lunch now. Perhaps cocktails. I have a big world-ending thing in my brain, but we don't have to deal with it if you don't want to.
First off,
The
the only time I touch my face that much is when it's bath time. Secondly, cocktails at lunch? That's mimosas, darling. Get it right. And
I'm
thirdly,
sorry.
I forgot how hot I am. And I just sort of turn and start heading towards the kitchen.
What do you think? Bishop.
I blush and turn. Go towards the kitchen also.
I
Mimosa
turned back
sounds
and
good.
start skipping.
That was so good.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go make lunch.
uh, okay, that was an interaction that I had not anticipated. All right,
Which
so
part? She turns into Gable and turns into a Grey's Anatomy character?
yeah, I was very soap opera vibes,
Yeah.
you know, like
Love me, choose me.
yeah, so I guess you guys are gonna go make crepes for lunch for everybody that exited the house. Where's Bronson? Did you walk? I know you had like very poorly attempted to Kool-Aid Man out of here. And you did make it out of the room as this whole. Well, I don't know if you were here for this interaction or not, or what you were up to.
I continue to awkwardly walk through the house.
Okay.
Nothing in particular. Literally just waiting for everybody else to do their thing. Yep. We're gonna kick some ass, but now I'm more confused than when I last walked in the room.
So skips by you after everyone else goes, we're making lunch.
What? God damn it! I didn't even hear what she said. Ah, Christ.
Peeks her head out the door. We're making lunch. We are gonna make
Oh.
you lunch, in fact.
Oh. I would love some lunch. It's not a. I walked back to the room and looked to see on the floor if the fajitas are still there.
Mm-mm.
There's another packet there.
I don't touch it. I'm
Demon fajitas or devil fajitas.
fajitas. Damn floor goblins.
Good thing Droop wasn't here. I mean,
Respectable floor goblins.
okay.
Make savory and sweet crepes.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
With some fresh squeezed orange juice for the mimosas.
I want to be a part of the cooking to impress your father. I would like to do something that is
Ooh,
integral,
can make-
that is undeniable.
Yes. You can make the jelly for the top of it.
Absolutely.
There's raspberries over there,
Mhm.
and you put a little water in there with them, and then you bring it to a boil, and then you put sugar in it, and then you're gonna have to squish it and then drain it of all the seeds. Unless we wanted seeds in. Anybody want seeds in?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Right.
It's pretty simple. Just definitely
Just-
doable.
Yeah, just make sure it doesn't burn. Keep it low and slow.
I rolled a 19 on my d20 to see how well you
Ooh.
do.
I mean, there's there's a dexterity, I feel like, aspect to this to some degree. So I feel like we can. I mean, it couldn't be much better on a straight up roll on a die. So I feel like didn't task you with anything that's super, like, the timing isn't specific, right? It's not like, hey, if you look away from these crepes for a couple seconds, now all of a sudden it's burnt crepes. Like, it's mash up some fruit into a jelly. Like, that's, I feel like you're capable of doing that and doing it well.
I have a feeling that, once again, similar to him playing the lute and suddenly being good, that he's thinking that's happening again. So as I'm getting the jelly, I'm like, oh, what else could I make? I've never actually done anything like this before. Perhaps I could be better at cooking than Bronson. I'm a
Ooh, let's not
prodigy.
jump to conclusions here.
Shh.
Oh.
There's so
what a
many things I've
vain
never
man.
applied myself to see if I could do.
Yeah, I would always just throw money at someone and have them do it for me.
Turns out it's more satisfying this way.
Yeah. Who knew?
Made a two
You
ingredient.
knew this whole time and you didn't say anything.
Meh. uh, so, yeah, you guys are able to make pretty decent crepes for Bronson and for all of the staff and your parents as they return. And everybody,
Cool.
like, you could definitely see, like, your parents, like, do a little inspection to make sure the house is not, like,
Mhm.
on fire or things are blown up. Everybody's like, oh, I guess the general consensus is, all right, hey, crepes, and it went well, I guess. Great. So
Yeah.
you guys all have crepes and possibly some drinks here, and it's time to figure out, I guess, what the next steps are now that this is done.
Ooh, that's a great question.
That is a good question.
I mean, I think we should deal with what's going on in Gable's head before we do anything else.
Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable. We need to go find a better connection with Korvath.
All right, hear me out. I am genuinely worried for this part. If only because Oshundo has lived for much longer and is a much more accomplished arcanist than I've ever met. And even they were reduced and dispatched by whatever it is that's putting the smoke screen. Like John
Yeah.
Cena.
But
my hear me out. I have an idea, but I believe we need to loop in some others as well. Dame Agatha, you had mentioned. I would possibly like to maybe speak with either Tilverton or another mage who can create some sort of additional ritual circle of some kind to just keep everybody as safe as possible while we all dive into my brain.
yeah.
So would it, knowing the risks, would that be all right with everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in.
Bronson, darling, you don't have to if you don't want
Oh
to.
God, I'm sorry. I was really enjoying this crepe. What were you saying? Gable?
Oh, well, it's just, just some minor talk about dealing with some possible lethal spirit locked inside of my mind that we could go in and confront in some strange ritual if you're interested in that sort of thing.
Oh, when we getting weird?
When are we getting weird?
Yeah.
Well,
What, like 2 sessions from now?
At least.
yes, we've got to have dinner. We have to have afternoon. We have
At,
to have
at,
dessert.
at this point, you guys all feel a slight tremor through the ground,
Old Greg.
as as though a very minor earthquake.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
All of glasses are rattling. A couple of them fall off of a shelf, shatter on the floor.
Oops.
That's not my
Ah!
tummy.
is everyone all right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Gidget, would you mind taking flight and seeing if you can encircle around for a little bit?
Yeah, Gidget will take off and head out. And then like
Holy shit.
What?
Gable.
Hmm.
I never thought about this before. Best place to be in an earthquake is to be a bird.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll be.
buddy.
We all learned something today.
It's great for
No,
a tidal
no.
wave too.
Holy sh! We all need to be. If this keeps up, we all need to be able to turn into birds. Can we all turn into birds?
Starts thinking about her spell book. I mean, all of us? I could get at least. Yeah, probably. If I upcast polymorph.
Oh,
Maybe.
Is what we're doing? Are we responsible for that earthquake?
Another
No, we should
earthquake
do that.
goes out, another slightly more
That's
intense
not a
tremor.
dragon turtle. I know the difference. That's not a dragon turtle.
You're
going
well
something.
versed in that. You know quite well that is not, in fact, a dragon turtle.
We go out
Can
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While we're moving, can I also see through or see DS screen?
Yeah, you get your dual screen action
DS
here.
screen.
Yes.
Yes, you get your DS screen as you guys are running outside, and you can see that there is, in fact, you can see sort of the trees rustling outside and ripples in the pond.
No.
From the pond?
It's, you could make a perception check.
I'll make one as well.
I mean, more than you, because you've got the DS screen, so
Okay.
you got the bird's eye view, as it were.
Sky.
Yes, I just wish the resolution of this dual screen was a little bit better.
Well, it's not a 3DS. We're not there yet.
So I'd be like, if only they made it 3D, because why not?
Don't worry, you could just slide it off though, and everybody will do that. But that's you could turn the 3D function off. It was
But it's
revolutionary for the time because it didn't need you
Good
didn't
job.
need glasses for it, but everybody turned it off anyway.
That
you
is a
had
dirty
it.
20.
Yeah. You can see, it's coming from the pond.
Fucking kid.
Yeah. And you can see that the water is churning. And as the water is churning, you can see that the ground continues to reverberate as the air begins to, like, gusts of wind begin to pick up.
We should have went to that club he was talking about.
Oh,
We turned it down so many times before. We could have just gone once, right?
There's
Just once.
a lightning, like the sky is clear, and then all of a sudden there's like a thunder head appears and a lightning crack comes down, and you can just see the water column begin to just like swirl up, and you just hear I told you I had all things that were good. As
God fucking damn it.
as though some sort of elemental shift has happened, and old Greg senses the disturbance in the elemental forces and manifests himself in his true form for the first time. Let's see.
Somebody's been knocking on old Greg's door.
An old
I was gonna Druid Grove this place before we left.
What in the fuck?
An old Greg appears.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, house. We gotta go.
I gotta switch the
Oh,
map on
fuck.
this anyway, but
Yeah.
there's old Greg for you.
I'm lots of old Gregs now.
All I wanted was you to drink bay leaves from a shoe.
Now there's 5 of me.
But you can see the very clear heads to all of these different creatures, but they all look like old Greg. They all have they're all like the long elemental necks that end in old Greg's head.
It's the old Greg Hydra.
I was gonna say, it's you don't
Oh God.
Hi, Greg.
That's gonna be a lot of we.
Yeah. All right. We rush towards the water.
Yeah. Hey, everybody else.
Everybody
run
aside.
away. No, go out the front door. Keep going.
Yeah.
All right. And you know what? I'm gonna call it a little bit early as I set this up, as you have to have
How dare you?
your
How
showdown.
dare you?
It's we're supposed to stop in 8 minutes, and we're gonna do it. We're not gonna. You can't fight old Greg in 8 minutes.
I'm gonna have a heart to heart.
Oh, Bert.
Oh, Greg, don't do this. You don't have to.
Not
It's
for all the
okay.
Baileys and
Club.
all the shoes.
I believe I was not
Look at this
given
picture I
critical
made.
need to know information.
I'll go to the club with the old Greg, but you can't wee on me.
No deal.
That'll be fun next week.
Next week, which will be my birthday.
Oh,
I
no
can't wait to
shit.
spend the evening of my
Oh,
birthday
shit.
fighting a Hydra dragon version of old Greg.
I just
And
realized we get to play on
people-
my birthday too at the end of the
Ooh.
month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is. I wasn't gonna do anything originally, but you could blame Robert for throwing out Elemental Cataclysm as a concept, and I was like, that sounds fun. Let's do that.
Great.
So, but I
Great.
also wanted to make it weird, and I wanted to have old
Yeah.
Greg show up at some point as an enemy for you
No.
to fight. And old Greg being a dormant elemental cataclysm just sitting in the pond, which never needed to exist in the first place, but we just made it up. So it's become an aspect of it. It's Chekhov's old Greg. He has to show up and do something at some point. He can't just be
We've
there.
seen him twice already. He has to
Yeah.
do it a third
I'm
Ridiculous.
trying to be
Oh, Lord.
friends with you.
Lord in heaven.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you all for coming along on this journey with us this evening. And yeah, we will. I'll go ahead and outro everybody here. Robert, where can people find you when you're not avoiding lore goblin fajitas and dealing with old Gregs?
Well, you can find Captain Robert and Captain Robert and everything. He's gonna be dodging the Wii. He's gonna be dodging the floor. He's going to brunch, baby.
All right. LB, where can people find you?
Hello, everybody. I'm LB Hackemup. You can find me at LB Hackemup on Instagram and on Blue Sky. I'm Hack Recklessly on Twitch and on YouTube. I will be back on Friday playing. We're not doing Life is Strange this week, but we are finishing that up soon. We are doing a Slap Squad episode instead, which means we have a group of like 8 people playing a game called Haunted Heist. So it's going to be chaotic. It's going to be fun. And then on Sunday, we've been playing Kaiju Commandos, which is a Power Rangers game in the Glitter Hearts universe. And they just finished their first fight, and they have to talk to the military. That'll be fun. And then either next week or the week after, this upcoming episode of the week after, they're going to be fighting their first like mech battle fight. So I'm excited for that to see how that goes. They've been having a lot of fun with it. So have I. Tune in for the hijinks, and I have a great voice actor doing the voice of the it's the X-1000. As if you have been watching, yes, this is based a little bit on Terminator as well. So Liquid Metal's coming up, baby. That's me.
All right. Jake, what about you?
So
Take a look in our party chat, guys.
terrible.
Well, you can't see the party chat, but it's better that way. You can find me on my podcast, Legends Rerolled, the TTRPG podcast, where we play through classic stories. Right now, we're working our way through season 2, Alice in Wonderland. So check that out, please, wherever you listen to podcasts. And what a cursed place to be in the group Discord.
Cujo, how about you?
Hi, everyone. I am Cujo. You can find me all over places either Cujo Plays Games, or you can follow Crit Hit Chronicles for more TTRPG actual play content. I am so upset that I saw that picture in our Discord.
Mm.
If you If you are a fan of the game Baldur's Gate 3, we run a spiritual sequel D&D campaign on Fridays called Shadows Over Baldur's Gate. We are going to be off for a little bit, just to make sure we can collect ourselves. Mental health is important. But on Tuesdays, you can catch us for Bitten, our Last of Us inspired post-apocalyptic fantasy show, which is so much fun. And also, if you were a fan of podcasts, you can listen to The Road to Hell, which is a Hunter the Reckoning podcast, featuring me being the problem. And it's been a lot of fun. And there you go.
Awesome. And I'm Ted. This is Nerd Immersion. This is my channel. I've been putting out a ton of content lately, from short form, long form. Honestly, what's been getting ridiculous engagement has been just text posts on various social media and also YouTube. So yeah, we're going through that. I've got one out there right now that's getting a ton of traction, which is if you could delete any one D&D trope, what would it be? Um, so that's been an interesting one to see what people are deleting. A lot of similarly minded folks that have some thoughts on what they absolutely would love to delete from the D&D space completely. But yeah, I will be working through more content. We're going through Exploring Eberron, which is Keith Baker's sequel / expansion to the world of Eberron. It has invigorated me to make so much content because it is just so damn well written. And I can't give it any more praise than, like, it's so well written that it makes me want to make videos about it because of how good it is. So I've covered all of the new Artificer stuff, and remember, he's the guy who created Eberron and the Artificer entirely, so he's the foremost expert on it. I did the College of the Dirge Singer Bard video today. It is a great subclass. It is a terrible name because it has nothing to do with singing dirges. It's basically a warlord battlefield commander. Has nothing to do. The only thing I could think of is you're singing dirges for your enemies because you're just going to fuck them all up, because that's all it is. But it doesn't stay that in the lore. But anyway.
Someone called 911.
Yeah, not for me. Yeah, call an ambulance. But anyway. Thank you guys all so much for watching. We will see. My plan, I think, is to potentially have this game next week, although I may not be here because of having to go deal with home inspections. So we'll have to see. More information coming on that early next week. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Maybe. Bye.
Mind Flayer, goodbye.